And basically, guys, you're going to see a comeback story that you've never seen before. Back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the 16th Minute. I'm Damon Feldman, and our guest today, he is the author of The Guts, Smarts, and Love. Live your life like the Army Ranger way. He's a former professional boxer, several tough man champion, and also a celebrity boxer. He's the one and only good friend, Joe Sacchetti. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Damon Hua, which is the Army Ranger greeting. Glad to see you. Glad to be here. You're always doing well, man, and you look fantastic.
My man, I appreciate you too. You too. I train every day. I thank God for everything, and just got to keep moving. You know what I mean? And I'm just real excited about you because, you know, you did a fight last year. I mean, you fought for me when I started 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you fought for me, and you became the tough man champion several times over. And you weren't just some normal guy. You were a guy that didn't just fight anyone. You fought, you didn't fight just the guys your size. You wanted the beasts. You wanted the big guys. None of the big guys.
We did go up against. Yeah, we had a couple of big opponents in there. Remember, the one guy was about 6'3", 260, and he was a southpaw. He started moved around that ring, you know. But that's the kind of challenge that Rangers take.
That's what you always wanted as a challenge. That's what I love about you, man. Not only are you a great father, raise your great kids, you're always out to help someone. I know we did the Wounded Warriors Fight Project, everything. That was a lot of fun, too, in helping those guys.
That was really good. I mean, Wounded Warrior Project couldn't have been more happy than to get with celebrity boxing and to be on the card, you know, associated with Atlantic City and raising awareness. Right. And we raised a few bucks that night, too. So
that was great. Yeah, it was great. Listen, it was only inevitable for you to write this book. And so what was the inspiration behind this book? And tell us more about Guts, Smarts, and Love.
Well, you know, everyone has their inspirational moment that defines them. If you're going to do something great in life, there's going to be some moment that really, like, you decided, this is when I'm going to go out and be a boxer or be a champ. And for me, being an Army Ranger, that was the toughest thing that I ever had to do, to go to Ranger school. And then, you know, I took my boys over to Iraq for the first time around, Operation Desert Shield and then Desert Storm. And that stuff's impactful. I mean, that makes an impact. When you hear Army Ranger, and you're thinking about, you close your eyes and you hear helicopters coming over a ridge, and through over the sunlight, dropping dudes in and getting after it on the ground, going looking for a target. So that made such an impact that I realized that 20 years later, it still made just as much of an impact, and I wanted to share the leadership stories.
Exactly, and even more now, man. People are like, the way the world's gone, and you know, it's a shame. Also, because I'm friends with a lot of military guys, you being one. Just amazing how they should be paying way more attention to the military. Like, the military is such a big force here, and I'm 100% behind Wounded Warriors with celebrity boxing. And it's like, you know, it's such a shame to see, like, that's what these guys should. When I see it, like a guy who's in the military and has lost his arms or lost his legs, like this one guy, Brandon, who's on my Instagram. Guy's an amazing story. He's still trying to box. But these guys should be taken care of. Like, they're fighting for the country, man. And what gets me is a lot of these politicians, you know, all due respect to them, but a lot of them, they don't stand up, man. And you see these military guys standing up for the country. That just gets me, you know.
Listen, I'm with you. You know, there's different types of people, and the warrior type, the super athlete type, we have a lot in common. We're brothers, and we know that you earn your respect every day, whether it's in the ring or in the foxhole. Sure. But I say this, you know, at least the young people today, they're really digging the military guys, and there's a good message out there, so people know who Navy SEALs are and who Army Rangers are, and Special Forces, and of course all of our soldiers. and they feel good about them when they get home. But you're right. I mean, we gotta do a better job taking care of our boys and girls.
Definitely. Let me ask you this: you traveled the world? I know that, right? Well, what
I
was
am
your
up to 130 countries right now.
wow? What was your
Do
funnest?
you,
Where was the most
funnest
interesting
country?
for you?
Well, listen, I always come back to, like, for best food and entertainment, it's Italy, because it's just an amazing place.
Yeah,
I have been to some, some a lot lesser known places, like Kosovo and Suriname, and I just, was in Africa a couple times last year
wow.
to do some stuff, and I finished up interviews for the book in Israel and in Thailand. So, man, I love every piece of the world, and you find that there's brotherhood everywhere, and
Yeah.
even in the most remote places.
Just tell us more about the book. Like, I want to hear this. It's just like the guts, the smart. It's just a great title. Um, you're going to start doing book signings with this. Like, when's the hard copy going to be coming out?
Yeah, the paperback comes out in March through Dudley Court Press. It got picked up. We're all blessed here. It got picked up by an international distribution house, so it's going, kind of big. A lot bigger than just Amazon publishing. The ebook's out on November 11th, which is coming up. That's
Yeah,
just fun. It's a nice pre-release on Veterans Day. But Guts, Smarts, and Love talks about Army Rangers, and the book started out as as a leadership book, and then I realized everything I learned about leadership I knew from the guys I served with, and
right,
so
right.
each chapter is a little leadership principle that talks about guts, which is just bravery and courage, smarts, wisdom and the ability to do technical stuff, and love, like brotherhood, and each little leadership principle talks about a guy.
That's really cool. Now, your kids, you think your kids are going to be following your footsteps in the military or no?
Well, yeah, I've got three sons, and two of them are already military officers. So I've got a second
Wow, I
lieutenant.
didn't know that. Congrats, man.
You remember when they were little kids
Oh,
running around the ring, right?
my guys, man, they were my dad. It was exciting, man. And it wasn't the way you used to bring crowds out. You were used to bring them in, just everybody, like all kinds of business people. I think you were in pharmaceuticals at the time, and everybody came out, man. You were the draw. It's like Vinny Paz. You know who Vinny Paz is, the
Yeah,
fighter?
I love the Tasmanian.
Yeah, he was on my show last week, and he remember when he used to come out. He had 15,000 people. Just it was like you, man. It was like Joe Sacchetti, and it was. We had some great times, man. And more to come, man. So, do you think you'd ever step in the ring again?
Oh, listen, I'm always up for it. That's a loaded
I
question.
know.
You can call me on a week's notice, and I'll get in the ring. And
Hey, I've
that's the
done that a
thing.
couple times to you.
I remember the one time you called, you needed a guy who was 150 pounds. I was about
Yeah,
175 with about a week to go. But that's the Army Ranger mentality. We are
yeah.
never backing down. And I just went to a bachelor party last year full of a bunch of young Rangers. They were all in their 20s. And sure enough, they get around to like challenging the old man. They wanted to run with me, challenge me to a mile race
Yeah,
uh,
that's
through
awesome.
the streets of Savannah, Georgia. So yeah,
Yeah,
man, and we always get it done.
that's awesome, man. I mean, you've done a lot in your life, your career, and it's great to know a guy like you. And you've always been the same guy too. Always a smile, happy, nice guy. And you're recently married to an unbelievable woman. Congrats.
Well, thank you. Now here's the crazy thing. We were engaged to get married in Sicily this April, and with COVID hitting, we had to wait a little bit, it's postponed. So we've done everything else but actually be married right now. We've moved into a new
But
house.
your
We
engagement
wait.
was amazing. I loved your
Yeah, we
engagement.
you saw that on video.
Oh, that was a
We were going
great
to Africa.
engagement, man. Yeah,
We were
I,
in Morocco.
good.
We were in Morocco, and on the beautiful Atlantic Ocean on the French promenade, and it was a perfect setting just to ask her to marry me.
Oh yeah, I remember that because I'll never forget. Your words were like, we've been best friends for a while. We'll see how we'll be best friends for the next 30 years or 40 years, whatever it was. It was funny. And she, oh my God, Joe. And that was so fun. That was so adorable, man. It's like one of those humbling, like, oh, I had to watch it like 5 times. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Your sons are doing great. You're doing great. I'm really excited to see this book, and it's going to be out on Amazon. It's going to be out. Well, tell us where else it's going to be, where you can see it. And if you want to know what a real Army Ranger is, you're going to want to watch this book.
Yeah, that's going to be great. It's out on Amazon, and it'll be out in bookstores everywhere, which is really cool. And I'll be getting out, on the tours. I've been speaking at some colleges, and I got some good stuff lined up. But I think that I think people are going to get a kick out of it. There's some awesome dudes in the book. I mean, listen, if you think I'm tough, wait till you read about some of the guys that are in the book and the leadership principles that they embody. I mean, walking the walk. And you're gonna laugh with some and probably cry with some. Most of them, I mean, they're great guys. Some of them didn't live. Their leadership lessons they passed on. We're gonna remember it, and remember them better
awesome.
by telling the story.
Yeah, no, I cannot wait, man. Everyone's going to want to see us. We're going to promote it through Celebrity Box. Once you're out, we'll do a picture. You know how I do it. So I'm even in the book. Don't I have a few words or whatever?
Oh well, yeah. You're
Did I make the book? I don't know.
You're in the back cover of the book. I mean,
oh man.
The publishers, you sent in a quote, which is amazing. After you read the book, and they loved your quote so much that it's the number 2 quote right on there, right on the cover. Because you and it was very kind of you to call me a stand-up guy and a never quit, never surrender kind of guy, and that really appeals to the people. So it's a powerful statement. Thank you.
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, it was great having you on. You got to check the book out, Guts, Smarts, and Love, the life of the Army Ranger way. I can't wait to check this out. Joe Sacchetti. And how can people find you? Like, I know you're on social media. Are you on Instagram also, right?
I'm on Instagram at Army Ranger at MIT. That's my my handle, Army Ranger at MIT. That's my Instagram and www and YouTube channel. So I'm easy to find, and I was like spreading the message of leadership, working with kids, and raising money.
So I just want to be able to promote your final boxing match. All right, man. Let me do that. We'll do it. The cool thing around the book. I love this idea. So we'll talk. But thanks for coming on the 16th minute. We'll see you next week. Joe Sacchetti. Thank you.
Now, glutathione is a big word, but it's the body's own master antioxidant. So it's a scavenger for free radicals, for bacteria, and what's relevant now, viruses. This is new to the marketplace. There's no other product on the market that has the ingredient NACET.
And basically NACET increases the production of that glutathione that is in our body already to strengthen and enhance our immune system and keep it strong. Elevated sense of well-being. Supports muscle strength and endurance. Cognitive function. Powerful liver support. Energy. Helps blood sugar regulation. Superior bioavailability of key ingredients.
One of your best defenses against COVID is a strong immune system. Taking GSH Plus as a daily supplement does all that. And now we have the product out on the market.